Ever think about, like, the history of C-sections? I mean, you just kind of assume they've always been around, right?
Yeah, like you go into the hospital, modern medicine takes care of everything, it's all good.
Right, exactly. But get this, the first one we know about was done over 500 years ago.
Wow, really? That long ago?
Yeah, we're diving into all that today, the history of C-sections.
Cool. So, what are we looking at today? Some, like, old medical texts?
We've got excerpts from this video, The Amazing History of Caesarean Section. It's wild, like really wild.
Okay, I'm intrigued. 500 years ago, yikes. That's kind of before modern medicine, right?
Oh yeah, way before. And like, not to spoil anything, but it wasn't a doctor who did the first one either.
Oh, wow. Okay, now I'm really curious. So where do we even start with something like this?
Well, I guess we got to start with, like, the name, right?
Yeah.
Caesarean section. Kind of makes you think of Julius Caesar, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I always kind of figured, like, maybe he was born that way or something.
That's what a lot of people think, but turns out that's not true at all.
Oh, really? So where'd the name come from then?
So in ancient Rome, they had this law, the Lex Caesarea.
Lex Caesarea, huh? That sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, it was all about inheritance and stuff. Like if a woman died in childbirth, they had to try and save the baby by, cutting it out.
Wow, I guess that makes sense. I mean, for them, carrying on the family line was super important.
Exactly. So it's more about Roman law than Caesar himself.
Huh, interesting. Okay, so no dramatic birth story for Caesar then.
Nope, just a myth. So who did do the first C-section then?
Okay, so this is where it gets kind of crazy. The first recorded C-section was done by a guy named Jacob Neuffer.
Neuffer. Okay, never heard of him. But was he like a surgeon in Rome or something?
Nope, even crazier, he was a pig gelder.
He was a what?
A pig gelder. Basically, he castrated pigs.
Wait, so this guy who, like, castrated pigs for a living did the first C-section?
Yeah, on his wife.
On his wife?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. This guy, with no medical training, performed major surgery on his own wife back in 1500.
You got it.
And they both lived.
That's the craziest part. They both survived. I mean, think about surgery back then. It was like a last resort,
Yeah.
Super risky.
Yeah, and childbirth too, like incredibly dangerous.
Exactly. So it makes you wonder, why did he do it? I mean, was it like desperation? Did he think he could actually pull it off?
I guess we'll never know for sure.
Yeah.
But it definitely says something about how much people were willing to risk for their loved ones.
Absolutely. I mean, to go through with something like that back then, it's mind-blowing. A real testament to, like, human ingenuity, I guess.
And luck. Don't forget luck.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of luck involved, too. But it also makes you appreciate how far we've come. Like, C-sections today are so routine, so safe.
It's hard to even imagine, like, going from pig gelder surgery to what we have now. So how did we get here?
Well, it wasn't overnight, that's for sure. It was a really gradual thing. Like, surgery got better, we figured out anesthesia, things like that.
Right, like understanding germs and how to prevent infection, that must have been huge.
Oh, absolutely. And just understanding, the human body better, anatomy, all that. That made a huge difference.
So basically, all these advancements came together and turned C-sections from a desperate measure into a, like, life-saving procedure.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a microcosm of medical progress,
It really makes you think, like, what's next? What's the future of childbirth going to look like?
It's amazing to think about, right? Like, what will childbirth be like in another 500 years? What kind of technology will we have?
Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? Maybe we'll have, like, robot midwives or something.
Robot midwives. No, that's an image.
Right. Wild stuff.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?